Children, today our topic is globe and imaginary lines. In the previous class, we have discussed about imaginary lines. Okay, so those are two types: horizontal lines and vertical lines. So horizontal lines are called latitudes and vertical lines are called longitudes. Okay, you know that. And Earth having 2 points, two edges, those are called North Pole and South Pole. Clear? This is North Pole and this is South Pole. Okay, so the lines which are drawn horizontally, these are called latitudes. Okay, so these are parallel lines to the equator. So these lines never cross or never meet each other. These lines are never meet each other. Clear? So out of these latitudes, so the middle line is called equator. Middle line is called equator. Equator divides the earth into two halves, two parts. These are called hemispheres. In the north side, this is called north hemisphere. South side of the equator, this part is called south hemisphere. Clear? The central line is called equator. So this is the longest line. Longest line. This is also called 0-degree line or central line or longest latitudes. So this central line we draw between the North Pole and South Pole or center of the Earth. So this is called equator. Okay, so and in the north side, so another two lines you can observe on the globe. So this is called Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. So in the north hemisphere, so we can observe, including equator, another two lines, major lines. So that is called, one is Tropic of Cancer, another one is the Arctic Circle. So in the same way, in the south side also we are having another two lines in the south side. This line is called Tropic of Capricorn and another one is Antarctic Circle. Antarctic Circle. Clear? So here two hemispheres are there. One is north hemisphere, another one is the south hemisphere. In the north hemisphere, two important lines are there. One is Tropic of Cancer, another one is the Arctic Circle. In the south hemisphere also two important lines are there. One is Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Clear? So actually total 180 latitudes are there. 180 latitudes, including these five. Out of 180 latitudes, these five are more important latitudes. What are those? Equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. These five are more important. So remaining marked with numbers. Remaining latitudes marked with numbers, like you can observe here. So these are all our latitudes. So for the central line is called equator. This is marked with 0-degree. So this is also called 0-degree latitudes. So remaining 15-degree latitudes, 30-degree latitudes. Why here shown with N? Why? Because these latitudes drawn in the north side of the equator. The lines which are drawn in the north side of the equator, those will be marked with N, means north side. Okay, 10 degree, 15 degree, like that. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 190. 90 latitudes you can draw on the north side. Another 90 latitudes we can draw in the south side. When you draw the latitude in the south side, those will be marked with S, means the south side latitudes. Okay, we can show 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If not, you can show 10 degree south latitudes, 20 degree south latitudes, like that. Okay, up to 0 to 90 degree latitudes in the south side, and same way in the north side also, 0 to 90 degree latitudes in the north side. Total how many latitudes are there? 180. Those are divided into 2, 90 south latitudes and 90 north latitudes. Clear? So like that we have to divide this, and these are marked with numbers. The all latitudes marked with numbers. Clear, Nana? So already we have discussed out of these 5. Out of these 180, 5 are more important. So first one is the equator. This is marked with 0 degree, and Tropic of Cancer, it is marked with 23.5 degree north side, and Arctic Circle marked with 66.5 degree north side, and another one North Pole, 0.90 degree north, and south side Tropic of Cancer, same 23.5 degree south side, and Arctic Circle also 66 degree south, and South Pole we can mark with 90 degree south. So like that we draw latitudes on the globe. Total 180 latitudes are there. Out of these are divided into 2 groups, 90 north latitudes and 90 south latitudes. Okay, so out of 180 latitudes, so these 5 are more important: Equator, Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn, and Antarctic Circle. Clear? Okay, next, longitudes. So the imaginary lines which run from North Pole to South Pole. North Pole, this is North Pole and this is the South Pole. Already you know that. These are the lines which run from North Pole to South Pole on the surface of the globe are called longitudes, or these are also called meridians. These are also called meridians, both the names, longitudes or meridians. Which lines are called meridians? The lines which are drawn are the lines which run from North Pole to South Pole. These all the vertical lines are called longitudes or meridian. Clear? Like equator, here meridians also, the center meridian is called prime meridian. The center meridian or longitude called the prime meridian. Okay, so the prime meridian marked with 0 degree like equator. Okay, the equator is a horizontal line, prime meridian is a vertical line which is drawn from North Pole to South Pole. Okay, so meridian lines also, or longitudes also 180 longitudes are there. How many are there? 180. Latitudes 90, only 90 are there, but longitudes 180. So these are also grouped into two. Grouped into two. So what are those? East longitudes and west longitudes. East longitudes and west longitudes. So the central line is called prime meridian. It is marked with 0 degree from prime meridian to right side or east side. The lines drawn in the east side, those are called east meridian. And the lines which are drawn in the left side of the prime meridian, those are called west meridian lines. Clear? So these are also, how many are there? 180. These divided into two groups. Divided into two groups. Clear? Very good. So next, prime meridian, we draw the middle of the earth. Middle of the earth. It is divide the earth into two halves and two hemispheres. East hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Eastern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Clear? So the lines which are drawn horizontally, those are called latitudes. Okay. So total 90 latitudes are there. Okay. 180 latitudes are there. These 180 latitudes divided into two groups. Okay. 90 latitudes in the north side of the equator and another 90 latitudes in the south side of the equator. Those are marked with numbers and degrees. So like longitude also same. So the center line is called prime meridian. So the line which is drawn from north pole to south pole, which is drawn in the center, that is called prime meridian. So meridian lines or longitudes also 180 or 360 are there. So those are grouped into two. Okay. So each group 180 longitudes. Okay. So east side of meridian, prime meridian, those are called east longitudes, eastern longitudes and western longitudes. Clear, Nana? Very good. Next, prime meridian divides the globe into two hemispheres. Already I said. So the line which is drawn in the middle, so it runs through the Royal Greenwich Observatory and is also called the Greenwich Meridian, which the line which is drawn or run through the Royal Greenwich area, that is called Greenwich Meridian. Okay, what are the differences between longitudes and latitudes? Okay, so latitudes, first of all, you have to discuss about the latitudes. Latitudes are horizontal lines and parallel lines. Parallel lines parallel to the equator. So these lines never cross each other. Never cross each other. That is more important. Next, there are 180 latitudes are there on the globe. How many are there? 180 latitudes are there. Those are divided into two groups: north side latitudes and south side latitudes. Okay. Next, 0 degree latitude is the equator. The center line or longest line or 0 degree latitude is the equator. Next, longitudes. Longitudes are vertical lines which run from the north pole to south pole. Okay. And these are also 360 longitudes are there. and the 360 longitudes divided into two groups, 180 eastern longitudes and 180 western longitudes. These are also marked with numbers 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree west, 40 degree west, 50 degree west, 60 degree west, likewise up to 180, and east side longitude also marked with 10 degree east longitude, 20 degree east longitude, 30 degree east longitude, like that up to 180 until it reaches 180 degree longitudes. Clear? Next, 0 degree longitude. The central line or 0 degree longitude is the prime meridian. Clear? Okay. So next part we will discuss in the next class.